is today the meeting minutes from October 19th. Additions, corrections?
No. All right, I'll make a motion to approve.
Second?
Mike,
Yes.
TJ,
Yes. Yeah, let's go with Chief here first. So, Chief Phillips here was for his regular report concerning Auburn Volunteer Fire Department.
The only thing I have is vote for the levy tomorrow. I'm sure we'll get good support like we always do from our community. And we'd like to remind everybody that we're there for them. That's our whole purpose, is to protect our community, family, friends, and neighbors. That's all we do. Other than that, I yield my time to you guys.
Okay, thank you. Any questions regarding fire department? Thanks, Chief. We're gonna move up the agenda here because Jim Dixon is our construction manager and we're in the home stretch on the project up here at the pavilion at Stark.
you think?
They had stone on about half the pillars when I was up there.
They're done today.
They're done today.
We got our final finally. We had to wait a couple of days, but
We got some,
we
little
got
bit
a
of
final
grit.
inspection today and they pulled off.
Gutters on?
Yep,
They are.
lights are in. Well, the question I have is that the lights that are on, in the pavilion are on photocell. So they come on at night. They stay on all night.
Oh.
But they're LEDs. And I asked the electrician what impact that has as far as cost. He said the total of the three fixtures adds about $2 a month to your electric bill.
Yeah, but it's not a great look. You know?
It really is, when you go up there and look at it, I mean, it's lit up like,
Well, I'm not saying
Like a
visually it would be a
showpiece.
great look, but to have an unused building lit all night, I'm sure. What do you think? Can you do that on like a timer like we do?
well, you can, doesn't call for that, or you could put it on a motion sensor. And they would only come on after dark if somebody was in the pavilion. Then they would go off when there was no motion. You have your choice of one or the other, or both, you could do both. But
Well, it's one of those things. Since the park closes at dusk,
Yeah, that's true. Don't want somebody driving in there looking around.
yeah, nobody should be in there anyway.
I was there till dark tonight and there was nobody there. Of course, it's cold out, so,
It's not
you
the
know, the
best.
dog walkers are all gone by about 4 o'clock.
They'll be back this week, though. The dog
So-
walkers will be back.
Oh, yeah, they're there,
Yeah.
but they're there during the day, you know, at 4 o'clock, nobody comes in there other than the kids were coming in to play football when there was light, natural light, but now there isn't, so I don't know, if, you know, they're not practicing.
Yeah, well, I
At
can't
6
think of
o'clock
a reason
anymore.
for, if it's not, you know, if it can't be used at night anyway, to have the lights,
I like the motion.
the motion,
idea.
yeah,
I like that idea.
I think that'd be the best bet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we do that?
I can get a cost for that, that shouldn't
Yeah.
be a couple $100 or something.
Yeah, that's gonna be minimal.
And that's it.
Some
We
great-
got our, like I say, we got our final, the sticker is up there, I'll get it and bring it down tomorrow. It was inside the building, so.
I'm up there Wednesday morning doing a walkthrough with Conservancy. Are we gonna do a walkthrough on the building there?
I wasn't planning on it, there's really
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
there's not much on there.
about a minute and a half and you've seen it all.
Yeah, I know.
And like I say, everything's cleaned up except for some leftover wood and boilers going down to Hostetler's next week and he's taking that with him to take back, so that's pretty much it.
If you're around, Jim, I'm there for sure between 9 and 10 on Wednesday morning.
Okay,
So,
I can do that. Other than that, it's been a really good project. Everybody that's seen the building is just astounded at how well it looks.
it's gonna be a
it's-
great addition. Yeah.
It's a real nice piece, it really is. The colors came out well, the wood is just, when you're inside, you're overwhelmed. It's like, wow, look at this. So I encourage all the residents of Auburn to go up there and just take a look.
It's gonna be something that's gonna be used quite a bit up there,
I
because
think so. Yeah, I think so. We will be seeding and installing the grass, the dirt up there, probably Thursday or Friday, because right now it's muck. I mean, you know, my shoes are just full of mud. It's, we gotta let it dry. We can't walk on it to spread seed, so we're gonna wait till Thursday or Friday.
Looks like we got a good 8 to 10 days coming here now.
Yeah, we'll get it down, get it covered, and then he's gonna put ribbon up around it with stakes to keep people from walking on the straw. And, if it doesn't catch this year, it'll catch in the spring. I talked to Emmerich, and he said, yeah, sometimes it catches and sometimes it doesn't, but it always comes in the spring. So, as long as we keep it covered, it should be okay.
Well, thank you. I can tell you that I stop up there randomly, and Jim's always in the neighborhood. He's been, I think, on top of this from the start, so.
Yeah, it's been a really good job, no problems, no issues. Like I say, the residents of Auburn just love it. They just come up here and say, you know, I come up here to walk my dog, but now I got 2 reasons to come up here. And they really like it. You know, every day they go by and see the progress that's been taken. I think it's beautiful. I'm impressed with it.
Well, the theory on this is we were never gonna borrow $1 million or put a levy on and whip up a park. We were gonna do this over
Yeah,
time
it's
and as we
all
could
paid
afford
for.
it, so.
If you're gonna do a ribbon cutting, I would probably wait a couple weeks or so until the ground gets hard.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's for sure. We're not gonna schedule anything for that, at least until the next meeting, so.
Yeah, okay. And that's it for me.
Thank
All
you.
right, Jim, thank you.
Thank you.
You go home and sleep or whatever you need, no sense of you hanging around here.
I usually do that on the way.
Good to know.
Okay.
Thank you. We're one of the self-driving customs, huh?
I hope so.
See you, Jim.
Good night, Jim.
Good night.
Okay, we'll move on to some reports then. Our reports start with Mike Troyan.
Okay, I'm just gonna cede my time so we can go into, basically the COVID expenditures. I think that's gonna take some most of
That's
that time.
basically what we've been doing up here anyway. Let's say that I'm doing a walkthrough at the park with Western Reserve Land Conservancy on Wednesday. I think that's semi-annual. They just like to make sure there's no shenanigans on their end of the park, and I think we've been in pretty good stead with them for several years now. What do you got, Fred?
Just have a couple of items. First one is a resolution for reallocating appropriations. And that's to move some money in the general fund into contracted services for some work that we have to pay for. But here's the resolution. Be it resolved by the Board of Trustees of Auburn Township, Geauga County, Ohio, the following reallocation of appropriations are necessary. $3,775 to general fund account 2031-12360. Contracted services.
Is that a resolution?
Yes, resolution 34.
Okay, I'll make a motion to adopt that resolution.
Second.
Mike?
Yes.
BJ?
Yes.
And then you've got warrants in front of you. Numbers 6089 through 6112, totaling $31,187.25. And that's all that I have.
Okay. Yeah, we did our old business already. All right, so on to what we're... First thing in new business, that Ayers well drilling, we approved that, I believe, at the last meeting. However, they wanted to amend their quote to include digging the actual well.
Well, I mean, they have enough money in there for a 1-foot well.
Yes, they did, 1-foot well, so probably water table's down a little lower than that. Maybe not today, but it certainly will be. So as they corrected that, You got that Ayers bill in front of you, Mike?
No, the revised total is 11,047
It was $1,750 some was the,
Right.
was the adjustment.
Here. There you go.
Yeah, the line item was 6-inch drilling, $22 a foot. Anyway, the new quote is $1,757.75, more than it was. So how do you want to do that, Fred?
We'll do a motion to accept the change to the contract.
Okay,
in the
motion,
amount of
yeah, okay.
$1,750.
I'll make a motion to accept that change from Ayers for an additional $1,757.75.
Second.
Mike,
Yes.
PJ?
Yes. I think you have that paperwork, Phil.
Okay.
Let's finish, let's get everything off the agenda here except for these CARES Act things. Mike, is that all right?
Sure.
Sunlink franchise fees, we've got $2,775.84.
Make a motion to put that in the land acquisition improvement fund.
Okay, I'll second that.
Mike,
Yes.
PJ?
Yes. There's a transfer, I think it's just a name change, for the liquor license at the Hitchin Post. There's no additional, no additional licensing sought, it's just a transfer.
So it's basically the question whether we want to request a hearing or not.
It's, yeah, do we want to request a hearing? I personally believe we should waive it. We haven't, I don't ever remember requesting a hearing. Generally, we'll check with the sheriff's department, and if everything's okay, we'll just move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not too
So,
much.
let me make a motion that, after consult with the sheriff's department, we request a waiver for the hearing. We'll make that motion.
Second.
Mike,
Yes.
PJ?
Yes. We need to, the zoning amendment we initiated here a few weeks back, 2020-01, pertains to short-term rentals. We need to set a public hearing. That's gone through County Planning Commission, back to our commission where they recommended passage. I'm sure it was unanimous, I'm sure. So we need to have a public hearing for that amendment here within, I don't have my cheat sheet, but it's within X amount of days, which we need
Anyway, we
to.
have to have it at the next meeting.
Yeah,
It's
so
all
it
within the-
fits at the next meeting, because there's a 2-week break after that, and that would not fit. So anyway, we have to have it at the next meeting, 3-week break. So I'm gonna make a motion that we set the public hearing for Auburn Township 2020-01 for 7:15 on November 16th, 7:15 PM.
Second.
Mike,
Yes.
PJ?
Yes. Okay, now we've had some requests to move into this House Bill 197 compliance, which it's electronic meeting, it's Zoom meetings for lack of a better term. gonna make a motion that we do everything to comply with House Bill 197 in order to hold the meetings electronically for individuals or the entire board should it be.
Okay, second.
Mike,
Yes.
BJ,
Yes. I'm gonna leave that last quote and we'll get to that in at the end of the CARES Act stuff.
Right.
All right. So we've been talking about it with some frequency, and everybody else has across the county. I'm quite aware that the CARES Act allocated a ton of money to government entities in order to improve COVID compliance capabilities, in order to fight the plague. Fred, I think we've done all the necessary preliminary stuff and
correct.
encumbered everything and, all right.
Yes, we've encumbered everything, and we are signed up with the Office of Budget Management to report our expenditures.
So that takes us to our actual list of items, which we've been adding to and editing quite frequently over the last couple of weeks anyway. And Nancy's got everything, we've got everything broken in the request requisitions, and there's a memo of why we need it. And there's a lot of paperwork here, so it's fine. I think this one would apply to the item number 1, which is a floor scrubber sanitizer.
And that'll be stationed at Adam Hall.
Yeah, found it. This is it. I guess we've got individual requisitions, we've got individual memos, we better have individual motions there for this?
Yeah, we've got 16, 17, 18 items on here. I mean, I guess it just depends on how much discussion is gonna be for each item. I don't think it should take too long to.
Okay, floor cleaner sanitizer, it's essentially, I think it's a giant Roomba that applies sanitizer. Mostly it's gonna be stationed at Adam Hall, like Mike said. It's COVID compliant, that, we have checked on all this stuff. I'll make a motion for that purchase, Mike?
One second.
Mike,
Yes.
BJ,
Yes. Better include that amount, I don't write it once.
yeah, in the amount of $4,872.14.
Yeah. There's the memo. You want initials on here, or?
No, that just, we're probably gonna, we just want that as backup, so that we can explain
But I'm
why
gonna
it was
keep
needed.
these together and try to keep them in order. Okay, number 2 is a countertop dishwasher for the lunchroom here. We got an estimate, $289 plus tax.
No tax.
No tax, so it should be $289 then, correct?
Yeah. Well, there might be shipping.
Oh. Well, on the list, you kinda got a ballpark at 300, so you wanna just stick with that?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll make a motion to make that purchase for
Second?
Mike,
Yes.
TJ?
yes.
And I'll just make a statement that the total amount of funds that we received, CARE Act funds, was $306,539.
All right, this, I'm gonna have to get out of order here, because I'm not sure we're gonna have all of these. We made a motion to become compliant with House Bill 197 as far as electronic meetings. And in order to actually hold an electronic meeting, we need a Zoom membership. That's $150. That enables 9 participants in the meeting, plus it can be witnessed on our website. So I'm gonna make a motion for that. That
Second.
membership.
Mike,
Yes.
TJ?
Yes. Okay, another one I just found that. This is for more work from home compliance or abilities, and we got a requisition for 3 laptops for teleworking capabilities. $1,000 each for a total of $3,000. I'll make a motion to go ahead with that.
Second?
Mike,
Yes.
TJ?
Yes. We found that we're able to hold meetings for a couple of our Board of Appeals is meeting there, and I think our commission does too now at Adam Hall. And in order to make that building more, where you can spread it out and actually hear each other, this is an audio-visual system for installation at Adam Hall through Pro Acoustics. And the estimate on that is $2,568.16. Appears as item number 6 here. And I'll make a motion to do that installation.
Second?
Mike,
Yes.
TJ?
Yes. see the picnic tables on here, Fred. Did we already do that?
I think we did that at the last,
We
we
already
approved those
did
at the last
those.
meeting.
Okay.
Those were the polycarbonate composite.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, that's so,
That
that
we can sanitize.
we can sanitize, yeah. All right, touchless electronic valves for 20 hand sink faucets and 6 urinals. This is at Adam Hall, AVFD at the service garage, Town Hall, and this building. That's pretty much all inclusive. And that's for it's not. It's for $13,538 through All Pipes Plumbing. Make a motion to go ahead with that.
Second?
Mike,
Yes.
BJ,
Yes. This was not in the COVID package, that's. I'm to assume that this, since it's not on the list, we're not doing that.
If it's not on the list.
I don't see it in her spreadsheet.
Which one was that?
I think the dispensers and sanitizer refill packs, I know we discussed this previously, but I think that's already been done as far as the requisition.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that was $3,070. And then there's a polycarbonate screen going up here, the spit screen, sneeze screen, whatever you wanna call it, in the zoning office. That was $200, that's already been done. Okay, for Adam Hall, to become part of that AV system we just committed to, is a 70-inch media screen with stand for Adam Hall. And that's $1,000. I'll make a motion to go with that one.
Second?
Mike,
Yes.
BJ,
Yes, we've just done the corrected well quote. And it seems like this is all being done very quickly without much discussion. That's part of the perimeter, that's part of the requirements of this package. All these items have to be not just purchased, but in use by December 30th. So all these deliveries need to be made, and I don't know what the auditing system will be on this, but we're trying to stay compliant. We've contacted all these vendors too, that they would be able to complete this work by that date.
and we already purchased the 4 sanitizer spray
Right,
guns.
that's been done, yeah. Okay, we've got some bigger items here at the end. For anybody that's wandered down our hallway there, the utility room doubles as a lunchroom, and it's gonna continue to do that. But we've been advised that perhaps we should be paying more attention to enclosing some things and cleanliness and all that happy stuff. So we have a quote from GW Construction to, it's cabinets, countertops, sink. It's basically a remodel there to get everything put away. And then be able to sanitize all the sinks and the cabinets and everything. $9,035. And I will make a motion to approve that.
Second.
Mike,
Yes.
PJ,
Yes. Was this 9,000?
What?
What was the last one, the 9,000? For the remodel?
It was, 9,035.
Yeah, right. This is the backup for that. Okay, we have a requisition form for a half-ton pickup truck for the service department. The 1 ton we purchased has been basically doing all the trailer moving work. And all the need was expressed for a,
Just when they're going to sites, you can't put all people into one
Split
group,
the
they've been
crew
taking
up.
their own cars, so just need a second one to transport. Plus, they've been doing a lot of picking up parts and things like that.
okay, Fred, one's 35 and one's 36.
Budgeted-
I think the reason there's a discrepancy is because the first quote that they got was on a truck that ended up being sold.
Oh, so,
And so the 36 would be the correct number.
okay. All right, so $36,000 Junction Auto. Half-ton pickup for the service department. Make the motion.
Second?
Mike,
Yes.
PJ,
Yes. Okay, that's everything we could come up with reasonably COVID-related at the township level. One of the abilities that we've been given through the CARES Act is we can designate a sub-grant. And after looking at a couple of possibilities, several possibilities, one that came up, and Mike, you might want to speak to this with the reasoning behind the,
Well, the justification is,
Squad.
we'd be getting into multiple calls. Takes, roughly an hour and a half, 2 hours to sanitize the squads between calls.
Right.
So if you have a back-to-back call, there's no time to actually sanitize it. So we need to have a third squad into the rotation, so we can always have one sanitized and ready to go out. So one of the difficult things was trying to find an available rescue squad ambulance that could be available in the time frame allotted. You want to give them the details of where that's at and where we're at on that?
We checked with several different vendors for squads that would be available, and none of them, except for one, had a squad, and then they sold that one, but they were able to come up with another squad for us, a Lifeline squad, which is basically a Ford 450 chassis with a squad box on the back. A little more than we planned on for budgeting, but I think we can make it work
Yeah.
through the COVID grant.
And so the price we've got on that unit is $229,667. We're looking at how we have to handle that expenditure. And we found out, is like I said, we can sub-grant. And again, the balance, now this is where it's, check my math, Fred, and show that the remaining balance on the COVID funds is $208,765.11.
I came up with $208,355.11.
We added the Zoom thing,
Okay,
that was
All right.
150.
so
And I think it was.
that's the amount we will sub-grant to the fire department. The fire department has agreed to pick up the balance of that to,
You probably do that through a down payment, to require a down payment.
to purchase that unit. So,
You've looked at, the department's taken a look at this vehicle.
Yeah, we sent you guys up to take a look at it.
It fits the need, yeah.
okay, need a motion to sub-grant your final amount there, Fred,
$208,355.11.
to the fire department for the purpose of purchasing a rescue squad / ambulance. And Fred says he has the required paperwork to,
Right, the agreement that we have between us.
Yeah, there's Office of Budget Management, which is who we have to report all these purchases to. They handed out a sample sub-grant agreement. It's a fairly simple agreement, and where we just plug in our numbers and what the purchases, what the money's to be used for. We have to have some sort of oversight over the funds and what they're used for. That's why we can't just as a township buy an ambulance and give it to them or lease something to
because
them.
the ambulance has to be titled in the name of the fire department for insurance purposes and their ability to drive it, as opposed to it being an actual township vehicle.
And that's through, Fred and I talked with the prosecutor about that.
Yeah.
And she thought that was the best way to handle it. And I'd like to remind everybody here that the squad's titled underneath us by virtue of our contract with the township. That we decide to not do business anymore, something happens to our private 501c3 corporation, all the equipment reverts back to the township.
Thank you, Chief, yeah. That's the reason we signed that.
So there is a protection in there that even though we hold the title, that if something happens, it reverts to the township and to the residents that own it.
So, there's a motion on the floor. I think I need a second.
Yeah, I'll second, and essentially that the balance, this is that the balance of the COVID funds is going towards this. Because we seem to be off a few
Okay.
points here.
Motion to sub-grant balance of COVID funding to Auburn Volunteer Fire Department
For purchase of,
for purchase of management. Mike,
Yes,
BJ,
yes. Okay, now that requisition form is for the full amount, but that's not what we're doing,
right.
so.
well, we're not purchasing it anyway, they're purchasing it, so. I just had them do a requisition just in case,
Okay.
so we don't need
So
that
we could
requisition,
draw
we
the
just,
requisition.
That, yeah, that one's probably
I was just covering all bases.
no. Yeah. So I don't think there's gonna be anything to sign in there then, but that's.
No, we don't have to sign it, so it's. At least we're not doing the purchase, they are, so we're just giving them the money.
Correct.
Okay, Okay, a couple things that pertaining to some of the work we've just contracted. As we get the cabinets and rearrange everything in the lunch utility room, this is another estimate for, it's gonna essentially take one of the closets out of the zoning office and mount a refrigerator in the wall over here on this side,
Right,
which is a better use of space.
but again, that's not a COVID expense.
It's not a COVID, but it came in the same quote, so he sorted it out.
You pulled that out to be purchased by us.
That we're gonna do that, that cost is $3,775, so I'm gonna make a motion to go with that portion of this quote from GW Construction.
What's that number again? 3,000?
$3,775.
Second?
Mike,
Yes.
PJ?
Yes. And also not part of that remodel in that same room there was the cost of the actual microwave, which I did see somewhere. Fred, what was that, $200?
It's on that list there. It was
Right
one of
there,
the
okay,
allowances.
$215. So that too, that's just a piece of equipment. I'll make a motion.
Second?
Mike,
Yes.
PJ?
Yes. And I gotta say, this is completely backwards to how I thought this job was gonna be done here. I've never heard of spend this money as fast as you can, but it's the crazy world we live in right now. Okay. We're gonna do, go back into executive session here eventually. Any questions? Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. In regards to the Zoom compatibility, inasmuch as these are still public meetings, how will the public be informed as to being able
Yeah,
to
I
Good
just
participate?
saw that. Okay, so to stay compliant under that 197, the public body must provide notice of the meetings to the public, to the media who have requested notification of the meeting. If there are any non-media parties who are on the list to receive the type of notice, they get it as well. Notice must be provided at least 24 hours in advance of the meeting by reasonable methods by which any person may determine the time, location, and manner that the hearing will be conducted, i.e. via Zoom, with the information to access the meeting. All right, that's coming from a lawyer. We're gonna put that on the website. We talked about this today. It's gonna go on the website in plenty of time. We'll meet that 24
Okay, so
hours.
there's be a procedure then for the public
Yes, and-
to be connected to the Zoom?
Fred's more familiar with this stuff than me, so there was a
Yeah,
password involved.
yeah, what we're envisioning, we still need to speak with Zoom and talk to our IT people, but what we're envisioning is having a link on our website that takes you to the meeting, and then there'll be a public password the public can use to attend the meeting.
So would that be a phone connection, or would
Through
that
the
be through
internet.
internet?
So an internet connection with video and audio. And
Okay. That'd be good.
we'll all have personal passwords to attend, so that if somebody's working from home or whatever the situation is, they can attend. So,
Anybody else?
PJ?
Yeah.
Well, we had that great little storm last night. We were without power in parts of the township for quite a few hours. Road department came out and did a fantastic job getting the trees off the road.
Did.
And we called into them, they were very proud. And I want to thank them for the good job that they do.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, we couldn't do much about the power being out for
They pushed about as much
Like
wood
6
as,
hours.
they pushed about as much wood as they did snow, I think, but,
Yeah.
yeah. All right, anybody else?
Okay,
We need an executive session again.
okay, I'll make a second.
And there won't be any business conducted following the executive session.
Mike,
Yes.
PJ,
Yes. Thank you, everyone. We'll vote early and often.